Welcome to the beginning of YCS Weekend. You guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on this. So I want to talk about Muertos to start things off here. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase over on Kong. So what has been the best selling? And I mean, to nobody's surprise, some of the heavy lifting out of this set has been dedicated to the Pumpkin Core itself. A lot of people really want the opportunity to build this deck, and especially if you're getting 3 of everything. There are a lot of just fans of zombies in general. So when you basically give zombies an entire makeover, you've got people that are pretty excited for this, and also it's a lot of high rarity stuff. Dark Lord Core is also pretty cheap. Magna Warrior's also coming in pretty cheap. Masked Hero Core also coming in really, really cheap if you are a fan of that. Let's shift down here into high to low. Dark Magician Destruction Collector's Rares coming in at 132. This card looks gorgeous too. I cannot wait to see that. The Uriah Alts, 125. The Illusion Gate coming in at 103. Thing is, there are going to be people that are going to be chasing the high rarity Illusion Gate. It's going to be a reality out of this set. It's just too good of a card. And when you make specifically a card that's basically just a thrust target to board wipe your opponent and get a free monster reborn, yeah, it's going to matter. I think this is one of those cards in this set that's going to change a lot of perspectives when it does actually touch down and come to reality. So remember, discount code MCO40, save you on your purchase. $81 on the actual Magician of Destruction. I think pull ratios probably are going to have a big impact on how that one's going to go. Voltic is going to be $74. Noble Twins, 74 on the collector's rares. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see how this is going to go. And I wonder how this set is going to look when it's, out and about. Maiden in Love, such an interesting collector's rare. This should have been a hero monster. I think everybody will agree with me on that. Impulse is coming in at 30s. Purge is coming in at 18s. Albion's coming in at 15s. I mean, that was a good reprint. I don't think anybody's really going to be too upset with that. Dark Laws, 12s. 12s on the mash change. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous alt art. Probably one of my favorites. All of the chibis coming in decently priced. But yeah, discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase. And then, of course, just the back end here. Gamer's Choice, same thing. Discount code MCO40 will save you on your purchase if you want to pick up the versions over here. I see another collector's rare bites the dust. Alright, so there are going to be a lot of things probably going to be happening in the background over the next 2 days. One, you've got 3 YCSs happening, alright, which means the market is not going to know what the market wants to do. You're going to be watching a lot of rotation happen. So I can't say to pay too much close attention because that's my job. I'll see what we can come up with as days go on. But the first movement here is Gold Leo. I don't actually know how Lunalight's going to perform. We've talked about Lunalight's supposed to be the boogeyman out of the weekend. Players are scared to deal with it. Just because, they're not necessarily prepared for it doesn't mean that it itself is going to be a scary challenge. But yeah, we're up to 75s on Starlights. Particularly low rarity is still pretty cheap, honestly. You can still get Gold Leos for about $13. So I don't think on the low rarity side you're really missing out too much here on that. Raphael Champions for Hire. Are you really surprised to see a higher rarity version of this actually moving along? Because I really feel like you shouldn't at this stage. You've already have kind of seen the For Hire deck perform a little bit, and the fact that you've had this knowledge now, and you've already seen multiple other For Hire cards getting bought up over time, it just makes sense that, Raphael being basically the value generator would be one of the ones to actually go. And then, of course, the commons coming in dollars. I'm glad to see that the commons, even from the 2019 tins 6 years later, are still very, very cheap and affordable. Assault Blackwing Kunai the Drizzle. These are getting worse. Wait, you can special summon this card from hand by attributing a Blackwing monster. If summoned this way, it is treated as a tuner monster, and then once returned, you can target a level 5, or excuse me, you can target a synchro monster you control and declare a level 1 to 8. It becomes that level till the end of this turn. I mean, this is a free extender. Well, it's not a free extender. You have to tribute over another Blackwing to bring it out, but I can kind of understand why this has gone up. It looks like it's been $5 for a good little while, but back in November, this was $1 card. So this is just kind of feeling the standard Blackwing approach, I guess. All the Docs versions are 5 across the board, so you're not even getting relief in the back end of that. Oh boy. Treacherous Trap Hole from Yield Turbo Pack 3. First of all, these are not a lot in existence, I'll be honest with you. The other thing with like Treacherous Trap Hole is this card's not what it used to be. I mean, there was a lot of cool application that we could have used this card with back in the day. I assume most people end up remembering this card for being the little troublemaker it was. Yeah, looks like 86766 for these. That's not terrible. Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell. We've talked a lot about, kind of going into the events here, how Radiant Typhoon is kind of going to hold up against some of the meta, what are our expectations? Seeing these at $11 is not terrible. You've still got a very big swig of population of these. So I think this will be something that will depend over the weekend how it actually performs into the top cuts of the YCSs. Hieratic Dragon of Atum. These are, for first eds, these are kind of starting to get a little bit low, honestly. $4, $5, you hit the $7 mark there. What other versions did Atum get? He did have the Ghost in the Past, and he also had the Dual Power. I'm actually kind of surprised that Atum didn't necessarily get another higher printing. And I mean, like, even looking at listings, 55, 119, 160, like, just in the highest rarity that this card has available to it, it's not really too expensive, which I think is really cool. Exodia, the Forbidden One. Retro Pack, a 1 original prints. Near mint copies of these, 46, and then on up to 186. And kind of going, this is the collector's market at its finest, man. You gotta appreciate this. Same thing with Dark Magician. Interestingly enough, there's a couple near mints here listed for the first time in a hot second at $500 a piece. And you just had a near mint one with pictures actually sell for $600. Don't know. I mean, yeah, it looks about as near mint as it's going to get, but that corner, a little scary. I don't know, I might have considered that LP. No, yeah, this isn't near mint. I don't like these corners, at least in my opinion, but alright, interesting. And we also had an Exodia, the Forbidden One, also come around. Seeing the Exodia head only being like a whole 200 for DDS is such a crazy thing. We did have a sale at 500. Another one sold at 195 back on 121. The corner's a little bit rough, but interesting. Yeah, I mean, DDS stuff is getting cheaper. I mean, this is supposed to be the top of the collector's market for us. Raigeki LOB first. God, take me back, man. These are 100. You have one listing at 180. Everything else is, this is wavy for 225, 3. Interesting. I don't know. It's just kind of cool to see how, the different parts of the market are doing your thing. So, yeah, I know I'm a little bit late this morning on Market Watch, but truly best of luck to everybody in the 300s this morning. I hope you guys, you get your fill of the market, get the chance to see, what interesting content is brewing in today's world. And, of course, guys, get your Amazing Moon Roast discount code. I'm 40 to save you on your purchase. Patrons! Thank you! Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.